Welcome back to Choppin' It Up. It's your host, Nick Cage. Got a very talented young man with me today. Very excited to do this interview with him. He hails from the streets of Buffalo. He's part of BSF, Griselda, Drumwork, Conway the Machine's Prodigy, I want to call him. Maybe not quite his Prodigy because it's a little different style, but this kid's got a voice, okay? I want to introduce to you guys Shaun 2 times. Shaun, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. Always welcome here, as I told you before many times. And again, I asked this question at the beginning of every interview. What was your thoughts of the town coming through? Let's take it back to your first time coming here when you had to come out and do your video. What was your opinion of the town coming through? Because Bass called it Corn Town. We've had some funny reactions on that.
Well, shit, I just know I had to get here.
That's what's up. Knowing once you get here, it's gonna pop.
Nah,
yeah, we got it.
That's a fact. Just get here.
Right.
The rest gonna happen. Shit.
Nah.
I really had no silly thoughts about it.
And again, it's usually what's that impression? It's are we really going to a studio or what are we doing out here? you know what I mean?
ain't gonna lie. I did start especially when we seen the plumbing company.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, that's my plumbing company. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. I guess we're gonna go with it. Shit.
We don't need no plumbing.
It's too late. We already here. Shit. So
usually
I have faith in you. I still have faith in you after I seen the plumbing company.
So that's what I wanted. Your honest opinion. You were a little bit, you were skeptical when you first
that's
pulled
a
up,
fact.
saw the plumbing company. Nah, that's what's up. I love to get people's opinion on that coming in because we're located in the middle of nowhere in the
Right.
sticks. This is the retreat zone, the safe zone I call it. But yeah, Shaun. So just to give you a proper introduction too, essentially, this is a very talented R&B singer. I want to call him actually an R&B artist because he's very talented in many facets, and he has a voice that sounds like no other voice, that we've heard yet. And again, the potential to be unlocked in something like that, as far as marketability goes, I personally see Shaun as a very marketable artist. And again, I want to get some background on him and what does he put into his music, So let's start with that, Shaun. What is your creative process like? How do you put words to paper when you write a song?
Lately I just been freestyling. How I stopped writing because I feel like my lyrics come off better and I could say what I want when I'm doing it right there in front of the mic.
More emotion driven.
Yeah, so that's how I really get my shit off.
That's dope. So, and just to gain more insight on this, I mean, you vibe out to the beat, lay bars, vibe out some more, you know what I mean? That
Yeah, I'm the type of person, as soon as the beat come off and I heard the first boom, I'm like, yeah, I could do something to that.
Right. And I've worked with you before, so just recording wise,
Right.
and I've seen how quick your process is. So to learn about that from this perspective now is important to me because again, you came in the room, I didn't know if you had that ready. Nah,
Right.
that was off the rip.
Right, that's a fact.
Nah, and that was some dope shit. So that creative process again, you're pretty quick with it, you don't waste no time, you got something on your mind, it comes to
That's
your
a
head
fact.
pretty quick, and you can put it to paper and
Right, and I could sing, so really anything I say sound good as long as it really makes sense.
right,
So,
exactly. That's like the cheat code,
Right.
That's what I keep saying here, the cheat code.
That's a fact.
That's what I needed for my intro there, the cheat code right here. We got him sitting across from me.
Yeah.
Tap into that market because you're talking selling out arenas and whatnot with stuff like that, so
Right.
just keep that creative process going because that seems to be working out pretty well for you. Now, again, just to note some of the projects you've done already because you got a really dope catalog. I don't know if it's gotten enough
Nah.
showcase as it should because I streamed through your playlist a couple times this past week or since meeting you 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Right.
But just to hear the versatility between the songs and again, everything is just on point. The delivery, the way you sing it, like you said, it don't matter what you're saying. It sounds good.
Right.
It's dope. So, the most recent thing that I noticed that really caught my attention about you was you were featured on the new Drumwork album.
Right.
So let's elaborate on that a little bit. So Conway the Machine, if you could go ahead, shout out everybody from Drumwork for me.
Right. Big ass shout out to Drumwork, man. Big shout out to Griselda. But for real, Drumwork, they've been doing their thing, man. Especially with me. They've been helping me. Conway the Machine is my uncle. My dad brother, one of my dad brothers.
Okay.
He passed away
I'm sorry to hear
last
that.
year, yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm
On
sorry. To hear that.
420. Passed away. Conway, he made a song about it with El Camino and put me on there.
That's
And
dope.
shit, it's lit after that. He dropped that shit. It's been lit ever since.
And just to be clear, the record's Far Away, right?
Yeah.
Far Away with
Far
El Camino
Away.
and Conway. And that's on the new Drumwork album. If y'all haven't heard that, whoo,
Nah, that
I'm
shit
telling
fire.
you, man, like, and we need to elaborate more on this song too, because I think that's what makes it so impactful too, is that it's just so real, you know?
Right.
Uh,
Right.
You know, so let's start with what the song's about, as you had just said.
The song?
Yeah, so and mainly with like your relationship with Conway is, he's your uncle,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And again, the song was dedicated to your father, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
In a sense,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that was the motivation for the song.
Yeah. That's what me and him was talking about. El
Right.
Camino had the same. He made the hook before Conway put his shit on there, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then it just lined,
Yeah,
but that's
it
how
just
the
lined
best
up.
shit gets created. You know what I mean? Like that was unintentional almost, and it
Right.
ends up being that
That's a
impactful of a
fact.
song. You know. So what? I mean, did Conway just call you one day and just say, "Hey, I need you to
Now
jump
his
on this"?
manager sent it over.
Just send it over and handle business.
You already know what time it is. Shit, we don't
Word.
gotta ask no questions. He ain't sending this for no reason.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
So,
Send it back a couple hours
send it
later,
back.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
get that shit done and get it back. Nah, that's
send
what's
it
up.
back 2 hours later.
Oh, for real?
I was
So
already
2 hours
I was
your
in the
turnaround?
studio.
That's what's
I
up.
was already in the studio. See, that's why you always got to be on your.
Ready
Sent
to
it
go.
right back. I know they was like,
You ain't got to
damn.
tell me. I know.
That's a fact.
We got to do an album 5 minutes from now. You just let me know. We got it. We can do that. Nah. So you were in the studio when you got the record, and again, it was open as you had that beautiful bridge on there. You know, again,
Thank
just
you
a
so much,
phenomenal compliment to that song.
Thank you, Nick.
Between the grit of Conway mixed with like the smoothness of El Camino, and then you come in with the harmonies like that. I mean, it's just. It's got everything. That song has everything, in my opinion, and it's got a great beat behind it. Obviously, the drum work's phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like it thumps. So again, like just congratulations on that, because that's
Thank
a
you.
big.
Thank you so
It's a
much.
big record for you, man. And again, one record don't do nothing, but it's just keeping that momentum up, bro.
That's a fact.
Now I understand that Conway's having Drumwork Fest, correct?
Right.
Yeah, and are you
This
going to
month.
be performing at that?
Yeah, I got a few sets on there.
Word, that's
Yeah.
what's up. Okay, so that'd be August 13th is Drumwork, right?
Yes, sir.
Shouts to Conway, shouts to Drumwork, shouts to Griselda, you know, hosting that festival, because that's a big deal. I know it brings a lot to the city, and it gives people something positive to do, an enjoyable event, and it's at the harbor. Like, you can't beat that.
That's a fact.
So shouts to Conway for that shit, and everyone involved with that, for real. So what are you're going to be performing on the 13th? Is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. With Conway, I think. I don't know. I can't drop that information yet, but maybe I'll clip that out. You know, we'll save that for the teaser. But
Right.
nah, that's dope. So the 13th, yeah, I'm gonna be there for that. I can't miss that show.
Can't.
Who else they got? They got Gucci coming,
Got Gucci Man coming, Rich the Kid, Jacquees,
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
Yep.
Man, it's about to be a movie. And I already did a song. Well, I ain't do a song with Gucci Man. Gucci Man put out 3 beats with a hook on there with him.
Mhm.
And he just let artists put whatever they want on there.
Right,
But,
like a jump on it kind of
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
I got an opportunity to show him. I got to show him. That's my
Well,
goal.
and you have an opportunity to actually show them. You
That's
know
a
what I
fact.
mean? Like, that's big. So make
Right.
that record. Like you said, you got it, get it done. And
That's
the
a
first
fact.
one you get on it, you know what I mean? Like, that's the one.
That's a fact.
How you were feeling at that time. And do you ever notice that? Like, you don't change stuff, do you? You never
What you mean?
re-record something, do
Oh,
you?
nah, hell
I-
no.
I can tell, and that's why your music's great. You know, people overthink that process sometimes. You know what I mean? And like when you're actually a good artist and a good creator, yes, it has to be perfect and it has to be right. But like you said, man, when you catch that vibe, it's hard to match that again. And like I noticed that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even with a rap take, it's like
And I hate writing. That's my way of being perfect. Doing it, being right here, writing
that
when
makes
I'm
you
writing.
validate.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, even if I don't like it when I just say, oh, you know what? I want to say this. I want to say this
Right.
instead. Boom.
And
Now it's
that's what I noticed specifically with working with you as an engineer,
mhm.
just in tracking you. You know, again, it was, but that hook was done within 30 minutes, bro. Like it
Right.
was in there playing, ready to
That
go.
shit was hot.
And we might have made some adjustments and added a layer, but like, yeah, and that's your process. I like that.
Thank you so
You're
much,
quick
Nick.
with it. That's
Thank you,
important.
Nick.
That's important. So now Conway was, you said your father's brother, correct?
Yeah, one of my father's brothers.
So Conway's your uncle essentially at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah. Now you said you lost your father a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
I
hear
lost my
that,
father,
man. And you lost your mother too, didn't you?
Yes.
Shaun.
Lost my mother in 2017, man. But
Damn, dude.
that shit I just felt like that shit just making me better and stronger. It take a lot. I don't know why. I don't know how God built me, but it really take a lot to stop me, especially with this shit. Like, it really take a lot to stop me. It take a lot for me to get down, and I never see myself in like doing some shit like I was going through something and then I just shut down from everything else I was doing. Nah, my father passed away. The same day I flew out to California in the studio. Like, you feel me? Still had to like with West Side Gun. I was still grieving and shit, but it was still like I don't know, man. Cause I ain't have to go there and make music or nothing.
You wanted to.
Yeah, because why sit there and be
And you can't sulk. And I can relate in losing my father as well. Like
I was
2015.
laughing. Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry.
You're good. You're
sorry.
good. I'm just going along with what you're saying. It's like you
My
gotta
I'm
stay
sorry
busy.
for your loss.
Oh, thank you. And again, but that fact that you gotta stay busy.
That's a fact. I
Keep
was
that mind
laughing. I
busy.
had good times. I
Right.
wasn't really even. It really just hit me when I got there, cause that's where everybody. Oh, my
Right.
bad, cuz.
Sorry, yeah, all them.
That's what really hit me. Once the next day passed, we just had fun for the rest of the time. I really wasn't thinking about that. It was on my mind because I knew I had to come back for the funeral.
Right.
So that was the only thing that was on my mind.
Damn,
was
dude.
bugging
And
me.
that's a year ago. Like that's crazy. That's not that. That's
Yeah.
still fresh. Like
I
I'm very
know.
sorry to hear that. It takes time. You know
Hell
what I
yeah,
mean?
it
Time
still
heals
felt like he gonna
wounds.
come back and call me one day, bro. I felt like that for my mother, but shit,
I
that
still
shit
got
can't stop me,
voicemails
bro.
from my dad I listen to and shit. And not even he pocket dialed me, leave me a voicemail, and I'll listen to that shit. You know what I mean? And
Right?
just hearing his voice and whatnot is
Yeah,
surreal almost now
that's a
because
fact.
you really learn to appreciate it a lot afterwards. You know?
That's a fact. And I'm always hearing about my dad because he was a street legend. Everybody in Buffalo knew him and knew what he do. So I'm always got random people coming up to me if I don't like, even if I'm not in the mood to even think about it or nothing. I don't got no choice because somebody always, oh, I knew your dad. He was this to me. Sorry for your loss.
Right.
I'm going to always have to deal with
But
that.
it's always that. It's like opening the fresh wound again. And
Right.
dude, I can relate to that so much. Just losing a parent in a small town. Like my dad was very well known in this town. He had a business here. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It was the front page of the paper. So in the field I'm in is the same, you know, like
Right.
every time you go in public, it's like, yo,
Right.
especially now because it's fresh. You know what I mean? Like that'll slow down and get better as time goes by. But that's like almost like, and people don't know how to react to that always. Understand that too. You know, like the people that do come up to you all the time and reopen that wound per se, like they don't know how to react either. You know, like they're thinking of the right thing to say to you too. You know what I
Right.
mean? But you're right. Like it almost opens that wound up constantly. You know.
Yeah.
Never can close up all the way because everyone's always
Right.
reminding you about it, you know?
That's a fact.
And not that it will close up, but it just becomes something
I
that
mean,
you
ain't
deal
no
with.
problem with reminding me with it. Like, it's just
Right.
like,
You don't want to forget, you know what I
can
mean?
never forget.
No.
But shit.
It's taking that and motivating it and using it as motivation to keep you going forward, right? That's it.
Hell yeah.
And Bass and I had a great conversation about that too, and I think he figured out in that conversation, and he may have known this before, but again, like it was enlightening almost for both of us. Like his mother is what's driving his energy to keep going now. You know what I mean? And again, like using the passing that's such a negative thing in your life. That's how you flip that and make it into something good.
And this shit really rough for me, man. Like, I'm not even 20 yet. I don't even got both of my parents. I'm not even 20.
That's crazy, bro.
Like,
I can't even imagine that. Like, and again, losing my dad at 26 or whatever, like, that's later in life. I had been established. Like,
right,
it wasn't my support system by any
right.
means.
I wanted him to see me at least get established first before that shit happened.
I can relate to that.
He didn't even get to see me graduate. Like, that was the
Damn,
plan.
dude.
That was like he passed like a month before I graduated.
Ah, I'm so
And that
sorry
was
to
a
hear
big
that.
like that was a big thing. Like you graduate, you got everything you want now.
You completed. Yeah, dude, that's
Cause
a big
I couldn't
achievement.
go on tour with Benny or none of them. Cause I had school. I couldn't do this. I couldn't stay at late shows cause I had to go to school. He said once you graduate, you're gonna be with them
Really?
every day. You're gonna be on. Nigga, it's on. You in the industry after you graduate.
That probably kept you in school, right?
Yeah,
Like, I gotta
yeah.
graduate, right? Like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that's what's up.
Graduated.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations on graduating. I mean,
Thank you.
that's again beating statistics though. Like, just
Right.
focus, man. Like, keeping that focus, like you are. Um, so with with the passing of your father in relation to the passing of your mother, like obviously you were a lot, and there's a lot that happens between 2017 in your in a man's life in that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what 8 years ago, 12
Right.
you're
6,
12 when your mom passed, or
12, 13, yeah.
12, 13, yeah, and like I can't that's a lot, man. That's a lot to go through. Being that young to lose your mother, like I couldn't imagine. Like that was my
And
crutch, you
then
know.
seeing that shit happen, like,
I didn't know that. I'm very sorry, man.
yeah,
Like,
that shit,
damn.
I know that shit crazy. And then I talked to my dad not even an hour before that shit happened to him because he was telling me where to go, where he want to meet me at after I get out of school. Next thing you know, people calling me and say, yo, I think your dad just got. I'm like, nah, it can't be. Ain't no way. I
I
just
just
got off the
talked to him.
phone with him, like in school. He just told me, like, next thing you know, all my uncles calling me and shit. I'm like, yo, bro, this shit can't be real. First, I kept thinking they said, yo, dad got shot. He in the hospital. He in the hospital. That's what I kept. That's what my
Right.
brain kept hearing. But nah, they was saying that nigga, he passed away. Like, he
I
died. I'm like, bro, no. Ain't no way. No. Hell no, bro.
it's and like you automatically like say that too. It's like, nah, you know,
Right,
like your brain, like you just said, like
right,
you can't physically accept that
right,
or mentally accept that. You know what
right.
I mean? Like it's hard. That's really hard. I can't imagine that, bro. And then having like talked to him and then having plans an hour later, like that's sad, man. Like that sucks. Um, again, like condolences on that because that is still something that just recently happened, and like violence is just it it affects so many people.
I know.
Like
I
not
know.
only him, it's everybody around that person who's now suffering from it. You know what I mean?
Like, I got a little sister and, like, oh, shit like that. Like,
Unreal, dude. I'm sorry. Like that's but this is like you said, these moments, these are what make or break people, and how you said like you never got down about it, and you tried to
hell no.
keep yourself busy right
Right.
after the fact. I mean, you have to be around people that care about you at that point. You know what I'm saying? And that want your best,
Yeah,
obviously,
that's a
and
fact.
that's how you keep your mind busy. It's focusing on positive things, but using always having that event in the back of your head to drive you to keep going. You got a little sister. You know what I mean? Who's she got now? Shaun,
That's a fact.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, how many other siblings do you have?
I got another brother.
Older,
You gon'
younger?
Nah, little brother, he a year younger than me. You gonna see him. We doing the song on Drum Fest. He on one
Dope,
of my
dope.
songs.
Looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, the world kind of know him. He got posted by Snoop Dogg and all that shit. He funny. He a content creator.
Really,
Content creator,
really. What's his name?
yeah. 10KJ.
10KJ. Shouts to 10KJ.
Yeah,
Cool.
shout out
That's what's
10KJ,
up. So
man.
you guys got a song together that you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's
Is that song out yet?
Nah.
Okay, and I'm just
This one
curious.
got to be big. Like
Maybe
this
that's
one.
like the release of it. You know.
This the
That,
joint I was
yeah.
gonna have Butch on. Well, I put my brother.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
My brother. I
Shit's
put my brother
fire.
on there.
That shit's fire. I heard that right.
Yeah.
That shit's fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a big record. Shouts to Smooth. Shouts to Big Smooth. Unk.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out Big Smooth.
Nah, that's my
man.
guy. Shouts to Smooth. So any plans for projects of yourself that you're dropping? Like, what do you got? What's cooking? Because I know you're like you be dropping a lot of singles. I like that. That's dope. Like you got music out there. You know what I mean? Like
Right, but
any bodies of work that you want to put together,
like what you mean,
like an album or an EP.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. I got the music for it, but I don't know. I don't think it's time yet.
I understand.
Yeah, I got to build a little bit.
Right, I get it.
Cause I'm basically just gonna be wasting that music, to be honest.
Throw
if I
away.
put it
Yeah,
out.
and that's why. Is that why you do put singles out
Yeah.
regularly? And that's again, I think that's smart.
Cause my idea was to drop the songs by when I made them. So like, the first song I started dropping again, it was called "On Me." It's called "On Me."
Okay,
That was
yeah,
the
I've heard
first
that.
one of the first songs I made in the studio. So that's why I was gonna go like that from the first song all the way from the last song.
Now
That's
back
how-
up a little bit because you said the goal was to drop them as soon as you made them. Right? Is that what you just said
Nah,
previously? Okay, sorry.
Nah, you good, you good.
Yeah.
I said, I want to drop them from what I'm, I want to drop basically the songs is numbered. Like, from the first song I made, from the last song I made.
Gotcha.
And I want to go like that from the first song I made. and-
Gotcha. Okay,
you feel
gotcha.
me? That's how I want to drop my music.
Chronologically drop them in the
Yeah.
order you made them in.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Yeah. I thought you meant drop them, like finish them, drop them, finish them, drop
Nah,
them kind
hell
of thing.
no.
No, I get it now. Nah, that's dope. And like, you got some smashes, dude. Like, there's some
Yeah.
bangers.
But then I just had to, the idea just had to pause a little bit because I got some shit and I just had to give them some fire. Okay, so that's when I dropped Me and You.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah, go check out that too. That's new. That's a new track, new video, little
a
mic'd
fact.
up video. Dope song, Me and You. And make sure you follow this dude if you don't. Follow him on Spotify, iTunes. It's Shaun, SHAUN, space 2 times, and that's 2X, the letter X. So Shaun 2X. Definitely need to check this dude out. Make sure you give him a listen. I guarantee you will play through the song. So plans for so how many songs you got stacked now, would you say?
Probably like 30.
30?
Ain't a lot, but shit.
30, yeah. Nah, and then like again, you might pick 8 of those. You know what I mean? That you really
Right.
really like that you want to go with. But essentially what you're saying is there's a lot of strategy behind how you're doing it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not record a song, throw it out, pray for the best. You know what I'm saying? It's let's do this the right way, and you know, I got the right resources and I'm not rushing to get clout kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like there's a process to this. We're going to trust that process
Right.
and we're going to do that process,
Can I
you know,
turn
and
that
make
off?
sure. So basically last year, were you at drum work last year?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
at Drum Fest.
Did you any performances or anything like
No,
that? And
nah.
had you even had songs recorded by then?
No.
I didn't
Oh,
think so.
Can I turn
Yeah,
it
go
off?
ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, it's over there
Oh
behind
yeah,
you.
go ahead.
My bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. I thought it was him.
Oh,
What's
hell
he
no.
doing? Shut your phone. Answer it.
We good.
You good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Pick right back up there. All right. So yeah, and the experience there last year was dope, right? I mean,
Yup.
it was
Yeah, I had a great
a
time.
successful event essentially, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hell yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun this year. So, In this process of having these 30 songs, I mean, you're still obviously making music every day.
Yeah,
I feel like. I feel like every time I talk to you, you got something new up your sleeve,
I
you know,
do.
or something, you know, at least started,
Right.
right?
Hell yeah.
At bare minimum. Any big features or any big artists you want to work with that you haven't yet?
Like, what you mean,
Just in
Buffalo
general,
worldwide?
in the industry, yeah. In general, like who could you see yourself really collabing with?
Shit, Jacquees. I'll do a track with him. Tusi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, shit. G Herbo.
Word, yeah, hell yeah.
I need some shit with him.
That'd be a dope collab.
Yeah, definitely will. I'm trying to get with Lil Baby and them boys, but I gotta work a little harder to get
Right,
with them
yeah.
boys.
You'll get there, man. It is what it is. You never know. It's not out of reach. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
You know that. You already know. You know
Right.
how this shit
That's a
goes.
fact.
Shit could
Overnight, right?
blink of an eye. You know what I mean? And not that it happens that way often, or you know, it's not a common thing, but it
Nah,
happens
it
sometimes like
happens.
that. You never know what's gonna pop up. You know, that's why you're always in the studio, ready to go. You never know when Unc's gonna send you the track that's it's time.
That's what
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean? Nah, that shit's got plays. Like you got some engagement on that, man. That's awesome. Like, and as you should with the names on it. But to see my man Shaun finally getting some exposure like he should just meant the world to me. So I got to make sure that you keep going, and that's why I want to make sure that I keep working with you. And you know what I mean? I see a lot of potential in you as an artist, and a lot of people do. I'm not the only one. Shouts to Smooth, like I said. I mean, the people you got in your corner, bro, like A-team. You know what I'm saying? And like one thing I really noticed about especially Smooth is like he looks out for you. You know what I'm saying? And
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Like another father.
and I didn't want to say that, but yeah, like he just that's how it comes off. You know what I mean? And he's very protective of you, which I think is dope. Nah, that's dope, man. It's a shitty world. You know what I mean? And especially industry wise. You know what I mean? Like snakes, rat, all that garbage. You know what I mean? Like Smooth ain't going for none of that. He's gonna pop up with the black and mild in his
Shit,
mouth. Like
better
nah.
be lucky my dad not still here. It would have been bad. I probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now. My dad was my manager at first. He always had intentions to do the right shit, but he can never stay focused because he always doing his shit.
Right.
My dad definitely wasn't doing no shit like that. Like he used to threaten, "Oh, you better not sign shit without me." Like he used to be on my ass, and he wasn't going for getting played. My dad would chop your head off, bro. Like any type of weird business
Oh my
going on.
God. And see, but
That's why. That's why Butch and them had him around this shit.
Right, yeah, because you got tactical, you know.
He was that guy when it was that time, man.
Right. I get it. And again, like it's just so important to have people like that actually care about your well-being, your success. You know, if people don't want you to win that are around you, it's hard enough to win when they want you to win. You know what I mean? Like you're surrounded by people that, like I said, especially like your direct management and stuff, like they're good dudes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Simple as that. From the work that I've done with them and any of the transactions I've made with them, they're just always
And shout
about
out to
no funny business. Like
shout out to my boy Standstill Entertainment, man, over there in the corner, man.
Word, yeah,
my
word.
boy
Shouts to
Standstill.
Stan. I like that.
Stan the man. You feel me?
Word. So now where'd you grow up at in Buffalo?
Yeah, Eastside, New York, on May
May
Street.
Street? Yeah.
May Street, from the
Thought
block
so.
Conway from.
Right. Okay, cool.
I
So,
represent.
geez, I mean, you're a lot younger than Conway, obviously. Yeah. So, growing up on May Street, when did you realize that you could sing?
Oh, I've been knew that since I was little. 6
Really?
years old, yeah. 6, 7 years old.
So let's go through that. You know what I mean? So 6, 7 years old, you figure out you could sing.
Singing in the choir at church.
Dope. Okay. So you really got the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you learned how to sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. So when did you start writing your own music?
2020, my brother, he know I could sing. He could rap. So he used to write my shit at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
He used to write little songs for me and shit. And then it got to the point like he wouldn't do it for me no more. I'm like, yo, bro, come on, bro, make me another song. He like, no, bro, you can rap, bro. I'm not about to keep doing it. I'm like, bro, I hate this
I
nigga,
can't
bro.
enable you.
I hate this dude, bro. Just kept going. Shit, now look, I'm in a better position than him with this shit. And he got me started.
So
Like,
that was 2020 though,
that was
just to be clear.
2020.
He
I
just
started right.
and he did that out of kind of some tough love shit. Like, yo, you can do this. Why aren't you doing it?
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's a fact.
dope. So that's when you wrote your first song, essentially.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Called
And you
Leave
got
You Alone
a
too.
lot
It's
of
out there.
songs done.
It's called
Word.
Leave You Alone too.
Leave Me Alone too.
Leave You Alone.
Leave You Alone too.
too.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Go check that out too. That's your first Shaun 2 Time song. I'm definitely gonna hear that
That's
one
the
for
first
sure.
hook I ever made.
That's dope. So in that creative process, did you write it down or did you?
Yeah, I wrote that down. Yep. That's when I was writing back
Right.
then.
And again,
I
that's
wrote
30
that
songs
down.
ago. You know what I mean? You develop a lot
Oh
in
no,
30
that's
songs.
that's not even that's 30 songs that I did in the studio. I used to use an app off my phone. I got I really got over 100 songs.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
30 tracked songs.
That was YouTube beats and all that.
Gotcha.
But 30 songs that was in the studio and my own beats. That's what I mean. Like,
Gotcha.
I've been doing
Okay.
this shit.
So, and that, again, you just provided me with some insight on that. I didn't know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I thought you just cranked out 30 songs, started
Nah.
making music, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
no.
I just didn't know. So, the fact, it shows that it's a lifelong thing, obviously. I mean, that it's making more sense now. You kind of had me mad. I'm like, what do you mean? Just picked the mic up in 2020. He could sing. Now he's performing at drum work. Well, what? Slow down, man. No, don't slow down. But either way, it's been a lifelong passion then.
Definitely.
Good. I hope, because again, that would just be some weird ass shit. No vocal coach, nothing. Like what? Now, do you use anything like that? Do you Smooth mentioned maybe talking to people like that or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea. I don't think you need one, but
Right. I don't know. I guess anything that helps, man.
right. And even if it was breathing exercises or anything like that, so you know, perfecting that. If you could perfect your breathing, that's with your vocal cords. It's like whew, you can't be touched. You might be able to hit notes people can't hit. You know what I mean? If you can breathe right. So that's important. I think that's great that he's even thinking about things like that. You know, again, people in your corner.
That's
trying to elevate the shit out of you nonstop. Like, Smooth done drove me nuts. You know what I mean? In a good way. You know, when we doing this video? When we doing this? When we doing this? Let's go. We got to get this video done. And then finally we talked at writers camp for a while. And I'm like, I got to get this video done, man. Like, I don't tell people I'm going to do something and not do it, you know?
Right.
So had to make it happen. But again, having those, without that push from Smooth, it might have never happened. You might have never even came through.
That's a fact.
You know? So think about those things. I mean, like, teamwork is so corny. Teamwork makes the fucking dream work, man.
It does,
but it's like, it's so hard to do something alone, you know, and believe in a dream alone. You know, you're dreaming a dream. When you got a couple people dreaming that same dream and they're supporting you and they're helping you get to the next level and they're not worried about you being bigger than, you know what I mean, than they are or whatever, no jealous type shit going on. That's when you can really not only, and like there's a difference here, like in winning and sustainably winning, you know, a lifelong career kind of thing, you know? And I feel like that's like the direction that these dudes want you to go in, and or that they at least guide you towards.
Yeah.
It's like
For
lifelong success, not TikTok pop drop. You know what I mean? It's something that can actually pay you for the rest of your life, you know? And what other things do you plan on, like merch? You know what I mean? Like you're definitely gonna have to have a merch line, Shawnee.
That's a fact.
Right,
That's a
like-
fact. I'm still working on a logo right now. I thought I had one, but yeah, I still gotta fish around.
Right? All right. Well, maybe I could help you out there or something.
I hope so.
Shoot you some ideas or some shit, see what
Yes,
we come
sir.
up with. So yeah, like merch, I mean, that's a way to capitalize, obviously. Now, like, are you gonna perform? Do you think you'll perform that Far Away song?
I hope so. We was discussing that he still don't got his mix. He still don't got all the songs that he want to do.
Like a set mix, you're saying, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask him next rehearsal we got. I'm gonna ask him.
Are you
I
guys
hope.
actively rehearsing for that right now?
Yeah, we was rehearsing yesterday.
Dope. That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's when he told me he wanted me to do the A Boogie shit.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nah. And like, I don't should I, let them find out this coming up 2 weekends from now, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah. Nah, that's dope. So what you got planned after, like you were on tour with Benny too. Like I saw you at a lot of shows.
Yeah.
You were on the Thank
Yeah.
God I Made It tour.
Yep.
Did you do any performing there? I don't remember if you
Yeah,
did.
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, you were opening. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. Okay. And again, I'm just stuck filming
Yeah.
a certain thing.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
know.
didn't know that. But yeah. What was that like? I mean, again, those were we had some good crowds out there.
Yeah, rough crowd, and I think it was Boston. Nah, I think Boston loved me. Connecticut,
Hartford.
hard crowd, man. They act like they never had nobody there that sung.
Right.
They hated me at first, but
Really?
once they heard me,
that was a hard crowd.
yeah.
There is no ifs, ands, or but. Like those were some pure rap heads that night. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Everybody in that building was just a rap head.
That's why I'm really like,
hip hop. Which again, it's still hip hop to me. But
right.
at the
But
end
they
of the
go
day,
crazy for
right,
Griselda down there. We want Benny, Benny,
Right.
Benny.
right.
Like, and I'm trying to sing and shit. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear
That's
that
not
shit.
what they came out
Nah,
for, though.
hell
You know
no.
what I mean? And again, it's just that is a very specific market, and it's you know what I mean. It's that's something to learn off of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
Maybe we make some grittier shit next time.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Switch
Yeah.
it up. Just show them how versed you really are. Because you ain't all. I mean, a lot of the shit you're rapping on, you're just singing it.
Right.
Dope. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's crazy to me. But those were some freaking tough crowds, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. So after drum work, with being on Benny's tour, you had Thank God I Made a tour. We got drum work coming up. What else you plan on? You got anything planned in stone now? Any ideas? What are you working with? Like, what are you gonna do after drum work? Because that's your next performance. And
I'm
that's the
going on
13th.
tour. I'm gonna just lock into tour.
When's tour? What tour?
Shit, when he do it tour.
Oh, you're going on Conway's tour.
Yeah,
Okay,
the whole tour.
Yeah. Okay,
Whole
okay.
tour.
There's an announcement right there that we didn't even touch on. Jeez.
Yep.
Okay, so Conway's going on tour. That's the Won't He Do It tour.
Yep.
For the album that he just dropped, correct?
Mhm.
Shouts to Conway. Make sure you check out that album. Basically, when does that start?
I think somewhere in September. I want to say.
Oh, so you're right into it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple weeks.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna just soon after Drum Fest, I'm gonna just lock in.
Lock in. Maybe go to the studio all that time and just be
all that time.
ripping.
Probably shoot another video.
So, do you know how many stops are on the Conway tour off top? I'm sure there's a lot. I could probably look the flyer
But we get
up.
done in November.
And it's pretty much every weekend, like Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
Pretty
Some
much,
weeks, yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah,
Hell
that would
yeah.
make sense. Maybe 8 weeks. Yeah, 14 shows, 12 shows, probably.
This shit like an NFL schedule. Then we got bye weeks. Like, not for real. You can come back home for a
Right.
little bit. Shit.
Are you going to be staying on the road primarily?
Yeah, but if like we got like a 2-week break, I think, like in between time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I might come home for a little bit. Probably grab something else.
Right.
You
yeah.
know, just head
Yeah,
to
maybe
town.
come hit it. Yeah, do
Probably
something.
pick
in
up
town.
some money real quick and then
Get
go
back on the road.
Yeah.
So Won't He Do It tour? That's awesome, dude. Congrats. That's gonna be great. Again, tough crowds, but either way, like learn from that Hartford experience and work around it. You know what I'm saying? Like be specific with your material. Talk to them, see what they think. Your uncle and shit. Like they know.
Right.
I like gritty rap, but I like R&B too. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't like to limit myself or put a ceiling on it. I don't care if it's opera, if it sounds good. You know what I mean? If it
Right.
goes with the beat and
That's a
homie can
fact.
deliver the opera right, like cool. More power to him. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't like limiting genres like that.
Still gotta go with my shit though.
Right. You still got to do your shit, bro. That's all. Again, I think that Far Away record's really gonna help blend you into that more. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah. Hell
Um, and more like organically too. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Right.
organically mixing
Right.
that stuff in and not over flooding it. You know what I mean? Like that was so good. Like that was a perfect bridge. You know what I mean? On a hard
Mm-hmm.
ass song, and the differences in the voices is all perfect. It's just well composed, and that's what I mean. Like people can't be narrow minded and think that's not. But that's just odd that they gave you a hard time. I don't like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
cheering either way. Like that shit was dope. Um, so won't he do it tour? That's gonna go till November. Shit, dude, that's gonna wrap up your first year, really, right? Like, yeah, that like the end of that tour pretty much wrap up like your first year in the kind of doing your thing, right?
That's a fact.
You come a long way in one quick short year. I mean, I'll tell you that.
That's a fact.
I met you 8 months ago, maybe not even. Like you done put out songs, videos, been all over the place, performed. Like you don't ever quit. So you stay pretty busy with drum work in them. Is that? I mean, who do you like to who produces a lot of your music?
Um, like what you mean produce? Like,
As far as like the beats and the
oh, my
and
studio, man, my engineer, where I'll go to record.
got you. Okay, cool. And do you want to shout him out or anything? Like
Yeah, shout out AIO, man.
word.
AIO.
And he composes a lot for
Yeah,
you too.
he make a lot of my beats.
That's dope.
Yeah, and he makes and master.
One house stop. Once
Yeah.
you got that spot, and that again. You're not limited in your creativity. You can go there with your concepts, do what you're good at, and when you got someone that you can click with like that, that's important. Like, did he produce Me and You?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
he did the beat.
that's a
and
dope beat, and
He makes and master.
so he tracks you there too, and again, if he's
Like
doing
he
the
sings
beat,
too, so it's so much easier. He be like,
right,
"Yo,
he
I'm
knows
feeling
how to.
like go with like." He starts singing flows and shit. Like when I can't think of shit, he start humming and shit. Like, oh yeah, I could come like this and shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm wilding. Let me just get with my shit.
Right.
Cause sometimes I do think about it too hard. Like, but sometimes
So he helps
humming.
you in the creative process too sometimes.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
that's important
yeah,
if he can
that's a
sing.
fact. Yeah,
Especially.
he could. Yeah.
He knows what it's supposed to sound like or what could
Mhm.
enhance it or
Yeah.
what's hurting it or whatever. That's a good working relationship to have. So he produces a majority of your songs, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shouts to him. That's dope. So you have a good producer you work with. That's important. You got that checked off the list. You got a good studio you record at. That's important. That's checked off the list. You got tours. That's more than important. That's like dope. That's just incredibly dope. You got that checked off the list. All we need is an album out of you, bro. We need to get an album out of you. I know you think you're wasting it, but let's get these singles. Well, don't listen to me. Listen to your management. But you know what I'm saying. We got to get you out there. The world needs more of Shaun 2 times, in my opinion.
That's a fact.
So basically, man, any advice that you'd give yourself 10 years ago?
Shit. 10 years ago?
Let's make it 5 because you'd only been 10.
Right.
So when you were 15, yeah, say 5 years ago, Shaun 2 times, you're right in the middle of high school. Any advice you'd give yourself?
Like at that time?
Mm-hmm. If you could talk to yourself now, knowing what you know now.
Nigga, stop smoking and fucking...
Weed?
Yeah,
Weed. Not cigarettes or anything, just to be clear.
Stop smoking weed and, nigga, fuck everybody else and just get focused, man.
All right, so now we're gonna have Shaun do some singing for us, showcase some of his talent. So this is off the cuff, off the rip. We're gonna freestyle this shit a little bit. We got a Rick Hyde beat. Shouts to Rick Hyde. So you ready to get it, Shaun? Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. 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 I love you. I don't wanna waste your time. We could talk about it another day sometime.
We can make some love if that makes shit better. See me blowing up, now she wanna stay forever. I don't want your love, girl, take it back, take it back. I just wanna fuck, cause your makeup done and booty fat. We can make some love if that makes shit better. See me blowing up, now she wanna stay forever. I know you the one, girl, we had lots of fun, girl. Touching on your body, tsunami make me come, girl. I don't trust your body or nobody on the run, girl. Go ahead, get it with your tongue, girl. I know she a body, go ahead like a rocket. When she throw it back, I'm throwing hundreds out my pocket. She know we them niggas cause her baby father watching. I don't stress no bitch because I'm turning, I got options. But I love you, wanna touch you, I'ma hold you down. But whenever she's around, I be feeling like my heart froze. Long days, hard times, that's how life goes. I'ma always be a winner, that's a life goal. I don't want your love, girl, take it back, take it back. I just wanna fuck, cause your makeup done and booty fat. We can make some love, but that makes shit better. See me blowing up, now she wanna stay forever. I don't want your love, girl, take it back, take it back. I just wanna fuck, cause your makeup done and booty fat. We can make some love if that makes shit better. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Ran out of breath there, but shit.
Give it up, man. That's what's up. That was dope.
Thank you.
Good shit, dude. Damn. All right. I just want to encourage everybody again to go stream all of your content because the dude's phenomenal. I don't co-sign everybody, and I definitely co-sign this dude, especially singers. I don't co-sign many singers. So definitely go check out my man Shaun 2 Times. We got a lot of great stuff for you in store coming up. A lot of great video content. We got some really good visuals we're conceptualizing right now. So definitely stay tuned. Anything you want to say to your fans or any potential fans?
Stay tuned, y'all. I promise I got y'all with new music. Promise. Let's go.
Word. Well, thank you again, man. And again, I wish you nothing but the best. I know for a fact that if you do stay focused and keep on the path you're going, just trust this process because you got the right people in your corner. You're motivated. You're doing the right thing. So just keep doing what you're doing, bro. And again, that you're gonna get there. You're on the ladder.
Right.
You're 2 steps up the ladder right now. You know, stay. Don't fall off the ladder.
Right.
Nah, but again, thanks for coming down and having the conversation with me.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. And again, everybody needs to go check this dude out. Shaun 2 Times. Again, that's SHAUN space 2X. Shaun 2 Times. Shouts to Conway, shouts to Griselda, shouts to BSF, all them dudes in Buffalo. Again, Shaun, thank you for coming on the show, and we'll see you at Drumwork, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. All right, bro, we're going to close it out with that.